I'm Axel, and you're watching Base 2. This is going to be a short video explaining what cryptography is, why it exists, and how it's used. Hopefully, it will serve as a good introduction to this topic and give you an idea of what it's all about. I'll be talking both a little bit about practical applications as well as theory. So what is cryptography? The word cryptography comes from the ancient Greek cryptos, which means hidden or secret, and graphein, which means to write. So basically, to write secrets. The first way I describe cryptography is that it's about keeping secrets. It's about encryption and decryption. Encryption is the process of transforming data such that it may only be read by authorized systems and users. For an example, the text chocolate ice cream might get transformed into a okay, whatever, I'm not gonna bother reading that. The original text is called plain text and the encrypted text is called ciphertext. Decryption is to undo an encryption, to transform a ciphertext into its plain text. Both encryption and decryption makes use of a secret key. A secret key may, for an example, be a number, a word, or a binary string, and it's sort of like a password, which should only be known to authorized systems and users, since it will allow you to perform the encryption and decryption of secret messages. This sort of leads us to what is probably the most important principle within cryptography, which is what's called Kirchhoff's principle. A crypto system should be secure even if the attacker knows all the details about the system, with the exception of the secret key. The system should be secure even if the attacker knows the encryption and decryption algorithms. And in the absolute majority of cases, these algorithms are actually known, since there is a number of well-known publicly available encryption algorithms, which developers tend to use. Some examples of such algorithms are RSA, AES, and ECC. Why does cryptography exist? At the start of this video, I claimed that cryptography is about keeping secrets, and while that's true, there's actually more to it. From this point on, I'll be talking about cryptography in the context of secure network communication. What are some things you might want in a secure network? Well, first of all, you don't want any unauthorized disclosure of information. It shouldn't be possible for messages to be modified maliciously. And you want correct identification of users and systems. So how do we achieve this? With cryptography, you could say that cryptography is a mechanism that can be used to provide three different security services: confidentiality, integrity, and authentication. How is cryptography used? Imagine we're making a system for bank ATMs. So this is the example we're working with here. The ATM is connected through a network to some central servers at the bank. Customers identify themselves using a PIN number. The combination of account number and the PIN number is sent over the network. Customers can make a withdrawal request after they have logged in or identified themselves, and then account number and withdrawal amount is sent over the network. And if such a request is approved, the bank will respond with a message saying cash request is approved. What's the first problem we need to solve here? Well, let's look at the situation where a user is identifying himself to the bank. If the PIN number is just sent in plain text over the network, it could be possible that someone is monitoring the network traffic and gets hold of the PIN number to an account. Obviously, this would be bad news, since it would allow that person full access to withdraw money from that account. So we have a confidentiality problem. To solve this, the ATM should encrypt account number and PIN before it is sent over the network. What about the integrity of the system? If someone wanted to mess with you, they could monitor the network traffic, wait for you to make a withdrawal request, and then increase the withdrawal amount by 1,000 times. The bank servers wouldn't know the message was tampered with and would assume it's a legitimate request and proceed to make the withdrawal and empty out your bank account. In order to achieve integrity and avoid problems like these, checksums are used. To explain it quickly, a checksum is a summary of a message and will be different if the message contents have been modified. Therefore, if you send a checksum along with the original message, the receiver will be able to tell if the message has been tampered with or not. And you'll probably also want to encrypt this too, so that your transactions cannot be monitored. Finally, let's think about the authenticity in this system. If everything goes according to plan, the bank servers will respond with cash request is approved. When the ATM gets the response from the bank server, how does it know that the response actually came from the bank server? Once again, there could be someone listening to the traffic on the network, and every time an ATM sent a request to the bank, their computer would respond to the ATM saying that the request was not approved, completely bypassing the bank servers. The solution for issues like this is using digital signatures, which is a bit too complicated to cover in this video, but if you want me to, I might make a video specifically about it. Congratulations, you made it all the way to the end of this video. If you still have any questions, leave a comment and subscribe. This YouTube channel is all about computer science and tech, so there's a high chance you'll find my other videos interesting as well.